Recent tweets and videos by the Hypixel Skyblock devs have practically confirmed the existence of a brand new Slayer type, the Enderman Slayer, in what is most likely to be the next update the game mode will get. Although I could wait for it, like a normal person, I don't particularly want to, so I made it myself. Before I can actually make the Slayer, we need to make some things apparent, like what information we have on the Slayer so far. Well, if we take a look at the social media accounts of Miniclone, we can deduce that the Slayer's name is the Voidling Fanatic, the Slayer's HP seems to be 28 million, and there is a new item called the Gyrokinetic Wand, which basically manipulates the position of ender creatures nearby. Seems simple enough, and even though it is, there's some things that I simply can't do. The first of which is actually implementing the various subsystems already present in Skyblock, and I'll have to limit myself to vanilla when it comes to damage numbers. So the 28 million HP is simply not reasonable. The second is that the version I'm implementing this will be version 1.16.4, which means the PvP will not work the same way. This is not that big of a problem since it's more of a proof of concept rather than anything else. The third and final thing is that I won't be able to make it as clean or visually pleasing as the admins have. This is obviously because I'm not good enough and that I just don't have enough time. Anyways, with that being said, let me get started with the actual work. Now that I'm done with the code, let me show you what I've implemented. In order for you to not feel bored, I'll play some footage of me fighting the boss in the background. The first feature I've implemented into the boss, aside from the obvious name and base damage and HP, is the fact that the boss has 3 states to cycle through. This is similar to the tier 5 Revenant Slayer where it goes from one state to another. These states can be noticed by different blocks that the boss holds while in the state. These are the states I've made. The normal state is exactly what it sounds like, a normal state. This state does a decent amount of damage and that's about it. Nothing really interesting about this one. This state makes the Enderman hold a command block. The reason behind this, I'll come to soon. The aggressive state is a state where, you guessed it again, the boss becomes aggressive. Increased damage, knockback, all come, but at the cost of speed. This state makes the boss hold a redstone block. The last state I've made is the defensive state. This, in my opinion, is the most interesting one, as in this state the boss tries to heal up by getting all the ender mobs in proximity or spawning said mobs and making them attack the player. All the while the boss would heal up. This state makes the boss hold an emerald block. As I mentioned earlier, the normal state makes the boss hold a command block. The reason behind this is due to the RNG item that the boss drops. The name of this is the Gyrokinetic Core, and if you've kept up with Skyblock news, you probably know what this would be used for, or rather what it crafts. If you haven't, this is Miniclone's YouTube showing the item in action. So the Gyrokinetic Core is used to craft the Gyrokinetic Wand. This wand can be used to manipulate the position of nearby ender-based mobs. This is how the ability I've coded it in looks like. Not exactly how it looks like in Miniclone's video, I know. It's more of a proof of concept to see if it would be fun to play around with. And well, it is, so that's a plus. So now that I'm done explaining the boss and the items it drops, I think it's time for me to beat the boss. And that's about it. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm thinking of making a skeleton slayer soon, so if you would like to say that, let me know. Anyway, bye.